Good morning, good morning, good morning. All I ask for you all is just to watch till the end. This one's going to be a little bit long, but these are all the emails that I received from David C. And some of them are interesting, some of them are maybe non-believable, some of them could be believed. There's information in here that makes sense. I'm not saying that I believe him, hence why I've not put out too many of his emails to me. I did ask him to get a hold of me before I put these out. I've not heard anything back from him, so here we go. And the way I look at it is you all can look at the emails. Please pay attention to the end of the emails, because where it says his name and then the date, the time, and at the end of it, there's on most of them has a special like signature with asterisks, and it'll say agent or something like that. Pay attention to that, guys. I'm trying to figure out what that is for. I've never seen it on any other emails, just on the ones from him. There's one in there, as a matter of fact, I believe it's the one when he's on the plane that says in transit. Never seen an email that tells you that somebody's actually traveling, okay? But anyways, so listen up or read them, turn the volume down, read them. If you need to pause it and read it for yourself. Now, on the part where it's talking about the conversation between Jody Sue and Candace, I did personally go in and put quotation marks and stuff so that when I'm reading it, I could try to read it correctly, and so that you all can see, when Jody Sue's talking or when Candace is talking and what they're saying. Now, I did put that in there. Other than that, I have not changed any of the words. I've not changed the emails at all. And I do apologize for there's one statement in here that is really horrible. And I do apologize for it, but I can't change the emails, or they are no longer the emails that are sent to me. And here we go, guys. Well, you found out about Brandon Lawson. It's about time. Better late than never, right? It's nice to see you're doing your homework and you on top of your game, but you got to be in this business. Now you're wondering, why is David C. bothering me for this time? Doesn't he ever give up? No. But because you did such a great job in finding out about Ronnie Lawson's son, I figured I would reward you. Don Wells has been talking in jail, talking Summer's name to a hammer, and he's not saying very nice things about Jody Sue and her children. Oh no. He's talking about some crazy ass religious shit. Yelled out, "Vengeance is mine," Romans 12:19, and it has to do with Jody Sue Brown. Yeah, he's coming for her, which is really great news if you ask me, because I can't really stand that bitch. I'd rather be gay and sleep with men than to go to bed with that bitch. It's funny, every time I see her, the word bitch enters my mind for some reason. Or anyway, it looks like the fireworks are about to start, and you're in the front row to watch them go off. And life is not good. Well, it's good when you drink scotch 40 years plus. Second email. Don's cell is bugged and he's got his hands on a cell phone. He started it talking to someone named Hammer. I guess it's Hammer Time. Get it? You know the song, it's Hammer Time, da 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 na na da da da. Can't touch this. Well, you can bet your sweet ass he's going to make Jody Sue pay or talk or disappear, or maybe one of her kids. Can't wait to see what he's going to do. He'll be out soon. What is it now, 15 days? Yeah, don't take my word for it. But you only have to wait for the fireworks to go off. Look on the bright side of things. You have new videos for YouTube. Oh, Jody Sue, Don is coming for you. Number 3, Don will have the very best alibi when something does happen. He is in jail at the end. Get it? Number 4, you made videos. Well, that's your business. But there's only one problem. What if Don Wells finds out about the bug in his cell? He will stop talking and police will get their hands on that cell phone and take it away from him, and will get no more information from him. Oh well, look on the bright side of things. I guess maybe Jody Sue will run to the FBI or TBI to save her own ass and her kids. So in a way, you did a great job in making that video. Maybe fear will make her run to the police and tell them everything. They need to know, and we'll have Summer back. It's worth a try, and if it does work, then you get all the credit for finding Summer, and the truth will finally come out. You'll be a hero and well respected on YouTube. If this works, as you know by now, you're dealing with cops that are lower than shit found on the ground after you just walked your dog. If anyone tries to give you any heat, just blame me for it, but wait to see if Jody Sue takes the bait and runs to the police. There's only their old saying, if you got nothing to lose, you got everything to gain. And in this case, the case has gone cold, and we need to throw a log onto the fire and throw that witch, Jody Sue, on the fire and watch that evil bitch burn. I'm saying that metaphorically, of course. Number 5, the gift that keeps on giving. Look, like our dear old friend Jody Sue Brown saw your video, and she was kind of upset, more like in a panic mode. Now guess what? She did. Did you guess? Well, I tell you, and keep you out of the suspense. The first call was to a friend that knows Candace, and she gave Candace a cell phone number. Then she calls Candace. That's right. I can see the very big smile on your face about now, and you're saying to yourself, holy shit. What did she talk about? Let me see. Oh yeah. Jody Sue said to Candace, is Don going to hurt me or my children? It's not my fault. I had nothing to do with Summer going missing. You know that. We talked about this. Candace says, be quiet. You know you should not call me. What if someone was listening? Jody Sue, aren't you using a burner? Candace, shut up, Jody Sue. Listen, stay calm and don't worry. Have you been taking your meds? What the hell's up with you and Don? Jody Sue, Don said he's going to hurt my children and me in a very bad way with a hammer. Candace, what the hell are you talking about? Jody Sue, we need to meet now. Candace says, no, listen, Jody Sue, calm down. Okay, call me back in 5 minutes. I need to talk to Candy. Okay? Jody Sue says, okay, 5 minutes. La la la. Intermission. 5 minutes later, on the spot. Jody Sue says, well, did you talk to Candy? Candace says, yes. She said to shut up until I talk to Dawn. Jody said, but this can't wait. You don't understand. 1 minute. David C. says, 1 minute, please. I have to rewind and record. I can't understand what Jody Sue is saying. She's on something that for sure, meds is my guess, okay? All right, Candace says, just tell me fast what this is all about. Jody Sue says, the video on YouTube. Don has been calling in favors to someone called Hammer. Who is Hammer? Candace says, I don't know what favors. Jody Sue says he's some kind of hitman or bike guy. Candace says, Jody, you're messed up bad, and I don't know what you're talking about. I need to see Don and talk to him and get back to you, okay? Jody Sue says, okay. Candace said, I will talk to him tomorrow. It's kind of late. Jody Sue said, he's got a phone. Candace said, he's got no cell phone. He's in jail. He can't get a cell phone. Jody Sue says, well, he's got one. Candace said, that's impossible. He can't have a cell phone. He would have called me to bring him things. Jody Sue says, but the video says he's got a cell phone. Candace said, what channel is this video? Jody Sue says, Nana's Angels on YouTube. David C. says, I had to mark that down because she keeps on saying the numbers wrong and Candace couldn't understand the numbers. Jody Sue was trying to tell her, and it was my channel. Anyways, damn, it's hard enough to understand Jody Sue and Candace at the same time. It's like listening to two retards. Anyways, Candace says, I will go look and you call me back in 30 minutes, okay? Jody Sue says, just tell me, is it true what she is saying in the video? Candace said, yes, the first thing, okay? Jody Sue said, okay. 1:12, this is the same email, guys. 1:12 a.m., 10/19/22. Looked like Jody Sue is very scared. The very first person she called was a friend of Candace's to get the number of Candace's phone. How right, don't ask. Problem time. Candace is going to go see Don tomorrow, and once he finds out, goodbye all information and that cell phone he's got, unless someone told the police he has that cell phone and they took it off of him already. Here's the other problem. If you make another video or about what I just said to you, then you would have warned Jody Sue and Candace and the whole world would know. Now our best bet is to do nothing and hope that Jody Sue don't believe a word that Dawn and Candace says. Understand? Because she runs straight to the police. Now only if there was a way to push her to running to the police without tipping her off, and it's game over time for all of time. If you come out with any good ideas, be my guest and do it. Number 6. Thank you for your reply. Sorry, I'm in Canada right now and couldn't get back to you. I'm in flight, which means in the air on my plane. My father's plane, anyways. I inherited it and I'm working on my own case. A missing woman, not much to go on. She was living in her van and seeing all of Canada, like the Gabby Petito, but the Canadian version of her without the guy. Oh, yes, to answer your question, I was on the lab last night. I saw JR in his video titled To Step In and to take a look what he was doing. Don't know much about this guy, but my father liked him. And yes, I know all about his cheating and taking money from women and didn't say a word live on his channel. And yes, he insulted me, well, my father's good name, but I'm not him, and he should be glad because my father would break him in half just for the fun of it. And I'm not my father, so I let it pass. His loss. I was willing to listen to him and answer his questions on how I knew about the Ronnie Lawson Jr. He's a Freemason, so is everybody else on his son's case. I'm not a Freemason, but do have lots of friends that are, and one of them loves to drink and talk, which goes against the rules. You know, so much for secret groups keeping their mouths shut. Second subject, Don Wells was on Prayer Garden, so what did he say? Let me guess. He said, oh, I've changed, and now I'm living the clean life and I've learned my ways. And here it comes. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Oh, how many times have we heard him say that over the years? I guess getting arrested so many times he was sorry then and learned his lesson by now. Well, no, not really, as you know, but I'm sorry he will defend himself and deny everything and blame everyone else but himself, and I'm sure he runs back to Candace and tries to start all over again, and Candace will be waiting for him with open arms and a bottle of JD or some weed or some other kind of drug. Okay, down to you or going online live. The answer is no. Sorry, but having people see me and knowing who I am only puts my life and others in danger. You don't have to believe me or even listen to me. First of my rules I go by is proof, and without it, you should never post anything I have to say or anyone else has to say. But in the end, the truth always comes out. It only takes more time that way. Number 7, the FBI are going to step in now, and Jody Sue's going to go run to FBI before Dawn gets out. And if she knows anything, she will talk. Fear is the only thing she understands, and she do whatever is in her best interest. Your video will force her to run to the FBI. If Jody Sue don't believe Candace or Dawn, then she's off to the FBI and will have all the answers we've been waiting for. She will fall for it unless other YouTubers tell her she is safe and Dawn won't do anything. Then this plan goes down the drain. The FBI will come soon. Why not help them along? Number 8. I wonder what would happen if Dawn and Candace found out that Jody Sue's children were not at the house that day. Candace would have to ask herself, did she see Jody Sue's children that day? Did she see them before 6:30 that day or later on because Jody Sue was by herself? And why was Andy late that day? Because he has to pick up her son and daughter and Jody Sue at the end of her driveway 2 hours before Andy will show up in the car. The FBI is going to have to talk to each of Jody Sue's children and Andy to get the facts right. Someone is lying big time, and if Jody Sue had nothing to hide, then why lie? Why be at the end of the driveway the day before she was watching everyone come to Don's house to look at his land for sale, right? And she was there. She was there talking to people. Did Jody Sue do something to Summer? Did she hurt Summer or give Summer to someone? Because so far is a total liar. Did she tell the police right away about the screams she heard? No. Or the sound of the cars? No. Or the firewood brought to the house? No. But I do know one thing. She lied to Candace and Dawn. If she had nothing to hide from them and wanted to help them, she would have told them the truth. And Candace and Dawn should ask themselves this one little question. who called child services on them and when. And when asked Jody Sue about child services, she said she never called them, but she also said child services don't keep records of who called them. To me, Jody Sue made a little slip up there. I guess she was not on her right mind set that day, huh? One thing she loves to say, and I don't know if you noticed this or not, it's the word get on. Now, I had to ask a couple of people what that phrase really means, and to them it means get out or get out of here or you better leave, but it also means leave and never come back. And when she says, I wish Dawn would get gone, that to them and to me, she wants Dawn and Candace to move out of there. Jody Sue is one thing, and I don't know if you'll notice this. She likes that song, The Great Pretenders. Maybe you should listen to the lyrics. Here's the song. Listen to it closely. You can post this on the next video if you like, but it does make you think. I wonder if Dawn and Candace know the truth. It's not like she said. Dawn went over to her place and spied on her all the time, huh? Or wanted to have his way with her. I mean, that would be kind of hard to do with her kids and Andy around all the time. Like Jody Sue would say, I better get gone. Number 9. I was reading my father's notes, and he underlines things in his notebook to keep track of things, times, dates, places, and people. All in yellow are Jody Sue's name marks. All along each line in yellow. Yellow to him meant lying, and red means you better look into it. Or he circled things, means find out more information. Now here is one of his notes. Never have I seen a witness say so little at the time of the event when the information is fresh in the witness's mind. Ask a question avoids them. This witness has no memory recall whatsoever. I did take into account her use of meds at the time due to her cancer treatment. Later on in the book, witness comes forward, says she heard screams. When asked the time or even the place, no response. I don't know. Then witness changes her story. Now she remembers, but also comes forward. And she's not the only witness. Her children hear the cry for help too. Note, he circles the whole paragraph, and then right under children heard the scream also, but the children are not even there. Red liar. In his notebook, he never tears out a page, but the very next page he tore it out. That to me means too much bullshit and he needs to start over. Red truck. Asks about the red truck. Everyone around here has red trucks. Ask again. Do you know anything that goes to Don's house that owns a red truck? Note, I can't recall. When asked once again, do you or any family member or friend own a red truck? No. What color is Robin Lane's car? I think it's gray. A small gray Honda. Do you know the model or the year of the car? No, it's very small. Jody Sue's mother and her son, Andy. Robin Lane, she lied about the time she was with her daughter at a school dance. Yellow, page 4, 6, and 23. David Dotson, in yellow, lied about taking his daughter out to eat. Wrong time. Yellow. Page 155. Dawn's neighbor, Dawn, Candace, Candy. Kevin C., the guy who brings firewood. Ford Explorer 2014. One of my personal videos, not my father's. Number 10. It's your channel. You do whatever you want to do. I can't tell you what to do. But always keep in mind that if you want summerwells found, you have to make the right and smart choice. One mistake and whoever has her will hide her and no one will ever find her. The FBI will come sooner or later, and they're just going to ask the same question you were told, so you only got a heads up, inside information. You can do whatever you want with it, but one thing you don't want to do is make yourself look like a liar or a troll. If you tell the truth or think what is the truth, then you're doing the right thing. Views means money, but it also means more people will keep an eye out for Summer, and as long as people got information, good or bad, right or wrong, then people will look for Summer, and she won't be forgotten. Rule 1, do what is right for your channel, and make sure, don't get an XO your channel so that way You still have a channel. If you need to blame someone, blame me. But here's another problem. People think I'm a liar and a troll, and that will make you look bad. My enemy made sure I look bad in many chat rooms. So will they listen to me? No way in hell. And I don't want it to happen to you. You need to be respected at all times. If people are to believe in what you are telling them and say it is another source, not just one, so this way they won't be able to pinpoint who your source is. Please keep in mind, I've got nothing against you or anyone else. I'm just trying to do what my father did, and that is find summer wells, no matter what it takes. Lie, cheat, or steal. You name it, as long as it gets the job done. Because sooner or later, Summer Wells is going to die out and no one is going to care. Her only chance is us or FBI. And FBI right now is way too busy on other jobs to state the real facts, because people, even dumb ones, know the truth when it is told right. Maybe what I say is not all truth in their point of view, but it is true when it comes to the end result, and that is finding Summer Wells. Don Wells has been lied to, so has Candace, and they're taking the heat for those lies. They won't get their children back unless Summer is found alive and well. Think of it this way. You want Don and Candace to have their family back. Sure, they don't deserve to have children. They're bad parents, but they learn a valuable lesson, and I do believe Don is trying to change. I'm not defending his actions, it's just that he hasn't taken the right action or enough action in finding his daughter. Number 11. I've been talking to Dobbs for the past couple of days. He's been telling me a lot of things, like whom he saw that day and time, and he said things to me that he never told anyone else in exchange for something he wanted badly enough, so I gave it to him. And if you want to know what Jody Sue's been up to, she put an offer on a land deal right in back of Donwell's house, 104 acres, nice place. And looking at other things she has done, bought a new car for her son and things for herself, a new video camera, a boot, skirts at Walmart, pills at Walmart. Now 2,500 she sent to her son, 2,500 for her daughter from the 50,000 she took out of her account, leaving 45,000. Rental a car cost 240 for 3 days, and she took out a 3-day contract for the car. She's been a very busy woman. I didn't know that she had that much money. One thing for sure, there was no 150,000 in her bank account to make a big on that land new Don Wells house unless she got cash laying around somewhere. Now please say what you want about the land deal and money, but leave out the things about her children, okay? Please, thank you. And don't forget to use that word you love so much, allegedly, or this one guy post it a video about your channel, or wait, I go get the link and give it to you. My work is never done, and I need drink, and it's only 9 a.m. in the morning. Damn, woman, life is long and hard. Only if my sex life was that way, I'd be a very happy man. Okay, back to business. Here were the links. Oh yeah, here it is. I guess he didn't see this video. You think this guy would take the time to look at other people's videos? He comment on you or anyone else. It should be before he comments on yours or anyone else. He only makes himself look like a fool. I guess he's not a fan of tabloid newspapers. Oh, what do you think about this watch? Should I buy a couple? I was thinking blue and green. Says what do you think of this watch? Should I get some or pass? Can't decide yet. Does it look cool to you? Number 12. This was an email that was accidentally sent to me by him. It was where he was trying to order parts for his plane, I'm assuming. Not sure why it got sent to me, if it was an accident, if he did it on purpose or what. Number 13 says, watch this video. Says, there's nothing to see, it's all black, but if you list, if you listen, you can hear something. No one else has. Jody Sue saw a name who was on that road that day, and she let the name out, Noah. And who is Noah? The man who worked for Don on Don Wells' house, good family friend of Grandis. And Noah is a handy name in the area think it's supposed to be handyman in the area at the time. He owned a van and he took off like a bat out of hell to Texas. And when I asked his girlfriend, she lied to me, saying she was nowhere near that county at the time. She said she was in another state with Noah, which is a total lie. Now, never lies, or she never lies, I'm not sure, ever, but she did this time. Why? And Dobbs, he couldn't wait to tell me what I wanted to know, and guess what name he gave me. And Jody Sue he saw that day. No kids hanging around means Jody Sue lied again. What else is new, right? Listen to this video and listen for the names. Number 14. Don Wells is very pissed off. He was trying to pass a law to stop people from using people's phone calls from being monitored. I wonder what he had got to hide what he's got to hide to have this woman try to pass a law to stop people from recording and using people's phone calls. Maybe he said something once again that is just not right and will make him end up in jail once again. And the Michael Vaughn case, Sarah Wandra Tracy, whatever she wants to call herself, was arrested and put in jail that night. Why, you ask? Love thy neighbor, love thy neighbor. Well, not in her case anyway. Her neighbor called the police on her after again she had heard fighting at Sarah's house again and again, but this time she said the magic word, Michael, and that was what she wanted to know, what all the fights were about. Then she remembered that she had saw that night, the night that Michael Vaughn went missing. She just got home from work, 6:20 p.m. It just got dark when she remembered she left her bed sheets on the clothesline and went out back to get them, and saw Sarah with a shovel. When Sarah saw her, she turned around fast, without saying a word, and walked fast into the house with the shovel. Now her neighbor said to herself, that was funny. What was she doing out there? But she went back to cooking her dinner. Then forward to 9 p.m. She heard fighting coming from Sarah's house. Then Sarah left the house, got into her car that was parked in the street, backed it up onto the driveway. Then next she went into the house and came back out, opened the trunk of the car and was looking around when this pizza guy came by next door, and she closed the trunk and went back into the house once again. It's all in the details, you know. The next morning she looked to see if Sarah's car had been moved, but it hadn't. The streets had been roadblocked. The police put up signs and barricades. That day Sarah didn't leave the house, which is weird. She always goes in and out of the house. She does Uber and taxi services for money. It's her job. She didn't go anywhere, and that was not like her. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Here the neighbor thought about what she had saw and heard, then called the police and told them. Off the record, here, someone will not say the name, was brought in to phone tap the house and the car and some of her friends to see if she talked about Michael. And she did, and made a very big mistake, and she got arrested. The cops have been digging up the house for the past couple of days, and soon will more likely find Michael's body, or Sarah gonna bring him to the body. Oh yeah, the judge ordered a total media blackout about the case. Well, not on YouTube, but from the press for private reasons. Number 15. I need to talk to Candace at once. I left a message for you in comments, but I guess you didn't see it. Now this may be nothing, and it could be everything. That's up to Candace or Dawn to look at what I've got. It's a location that may have summer the odds at the odds are about 5%. That depends if Candace and Dawn know where this place is or not. Only if I show them the location and they look at it, then we'll both know. I think it's around their area. The TBI won't do shit. The police won't do shit, so it's up to them. If I'm wrong, then I look like a fool. If I'm right, then they have Summer back before the end of the night, if they know where this place is. I'm not going to use Google Map. My eyes hurt, so does my ass, but that's another story. Did you know that Chris McDonough is at the house where they're digging at? Yeah, he's watching and talking to people. This is number 16. There is other witnesses in Summerwell's case, and I'm talking to her. She has given me a lot of new information never heard before, which will lead me to Summerwells. She is alive. Now, I can't go into details because she asked me not to talk about it, and she's under attack by everyone. If you want to talk to her, be my guest. Her name is... Now, I'm sorry that I can't give you any more information, but I've asked many people that are friends with Candace to have her contact me, and not one of them did. So this is my last message to you. Thank you for all your help. Number 17. I would help look for her, but I'm way too busy looking for Summer Wells, Utah Moon. Maybe when Summer Wells is found, I'd look for her, but until then, this girl is on hold. I'm sure the TBI or FBI or police can find her without my help, right? Good luck. To go on record, the amount of missing girls and boys that won't be found because of me not helping or looking for them has dropped 95%. I only look at one. Ask because I was asked to. So the longer it takes for Summer Wells Utah Moon to be found, all those other girls like this one will have to wait. Sorry, I'm of no use to anyone until Summer Wells is found, and I want Candace Blight and Grandis and Don Wells to hear that loud and clear, and everyone else, and to stop asking me to help them, because I will not. No matter how much money you try to throw at me or even beg me, the answer is no. But yeah, you got the true crime community to help out. You don't need a little old man. I'm only one person. I want this message to go out to everyone because I want to make the person that has Summer Wells see all the damage and hurt she is doing to every missing child that goes missing. I want this person to feel the pain and to look into the mother and father's eyes, to know how it feels to lose a child, and to see the lost look in their eyes, and to watch them drop and fall onto their knees and beg God for help, and only find despair and question their faith in God. My rate of finding children is very high, between 12 to 20 a year. Now, because of Summer Wells, it's down to one dead child, and still has not been found the body. Anyway, you, Nana, know who I'm talking about, and you know who I am, and I am real. Even with all the spelling mistakes I make, I'm going blind. My doctor is telling me if I don't rest, but looking for a missing child is a 24/7 a day job, 365 days a year. I'm more likely to die of a heart attack first than go blind, but at this rate, you never know. I pray to God, but I also know that the real way to pray to God is by doing good to others and ask nothing in return. I've asked people on YouTube that I thought were good people who loved God, but they turn out to be liars and cheats, or just don't care, or are just too lazy. The TBI has all the resources at their hands and can't do what I can do in 1 hour, which would take them a month. The FBI, they're good, but too busy. The police have no training or don't know how to go about looking and always call me in, and I turn them down flat because no Summer Wells is my only goal. Those other children will have to wait, and those other children's parents will have to wait and pray to God. I'm not trying to be a bad person, but I'm only one man that's not in good health anymore and may have little time on my hands left. I lost my father, and I guess I'm soon to join him. Please give them this message, Nana, when you have the time. Thank you. P.S. I'm very sorry that I can't write to you as much. Now you know why. And number 18 was just a video, a link for the little girl in Texas, the one that he says he can't help find. And then this one was